I don't believe that it removes freedom of religion at all, because they still have the right to worship in their own space. I just do not think that it should be taught as science in schools.
You start it.
Today we are asking the question whether creationism and intelligent design should be taught in schools alongside evolution. This is mainly due to it being a recent topic of controversy in the United States and the United Kingdom. Today we have Kathleen, a Muslim woman, Alexandra, a libertarian, Alex, a humanist, and Georgia, a person of science, to debate this. Kathleen, would you like to start?
Whilst we are a minority group, we are a significant group, and our voices should be heard. 2 million Muslims and other faiths cannot be ignored. The government should acknowledge and accept our views. We should not be marginalised and disregarded. It shows blatant ignorance and religious intolerance on behalf of the government to not educate future generations about creationism. As far as we are concerned, creationism is fact, and it is just as relevant and important as the Big Bang Theory and the theory of evolution. Ergo, it is imperative that it be taught in schools.
Thank you. Alex, would you like to continue?
It is essential that schools should have the freedom to teach less established religious theories like intelligent design or creationism, alongside more mainstream ones like evolution, because it is the people's right to choose what they want to study and not the government's role to dictate down on high the correct curriculum. A secular society, after all, cannot exist without religious freedom, without people's fundamental liberty to and human right to practice their religion, without government oppression of all religious theory and opinion. And after all, although broadly accepted, evolution is just a theory with several flaws, and learning about opposing theories can really supplement a student's opinion and lead to a greater grounded, more broad debate. This is because a wider diversity of views enriches society and allows for a greater freedom of expression, which after all is a bastion of our culture.
Thank you. Would Alex like to continue, please?
There is lots of evidence for evolution, whereas there is little to none for creationism. Therefore, evolution should be taught in a matter-of-fact subject such as science as a scientific theory, whereas creationism should be taught in RS or philosophy, subjects which are more open to debate, from the viewpoint of a religious person, not the viewpoint that we assume to be true. There have been lots of cases in the US, such as in Pennsylvania, which have ruled that ID should not be taught in schools and should definitely not be taught as a science. Federal Judge John Jones III said on the case, "We have addressed the question of whether ID is a science and have concluded that it is not. Therefore, it should only be taught in RS and only as a religious viewpoint."
Thank you. Would Georgia like to continue, please?
I would like to ask you this. Should we teach our children lies? Young people are less likely to question ideas such as creationism and more likely to take the teachings as gospel. It seems as though the government will be simply trying to please everyone in allowing the teachings of creationism alongside evolution, and will be giving in to extremist ideals. Teaching of ideas such as creationism alongside evolution can radicalise people and encourage religious fundamentalism, something that governments across the world see as an international threat. Therefore, I argue that creationism should not be taught in schools in any form, and religion should not be enforced upon anybody unwillingly.
Thank you. Do we believe that this will lead to religious extremism? Alex, what do you think?
I think that individually creationism teaching won't lead to religious extremism, but what I worry is that it could lead on to religions demanding more things to be taught in school, which could lead to radicalism and extremism.
Alexandra?
I don't believe that that ever encouraging a wide variety of opinions and views can ever lead to anything bad, because after all it creates a more enriched society and creates a debate which is more broader and rounded.
Thank you. Kathleen?
Frankly, I am insulted. You are dismissing a significant number of people and their beliefs. You are branding all creationists extremists. This is aggressive secularism at its worst.
Georgia, would you say this would stop people's religious freedoms?
No, I completely disagree with that. I feel that religion should not be enforced upon people, especially not in a school environment. And if you're interested in religion and interested in learning about that, you can go outside of school and find it out for yourself.
Thank you. We thank the audience, we thank the panellists, and this concludes our debate for today.